For all the times that you rain on my parade, and all the clubs you get in using my.
Hello YouTube. So it's been a minute since I made a video. Yeah. So I don't know if I told you guys that I'm trying to go vegan, vegetarian. So I decided the first thing that I made was a cauliflower pizza. Sorry, that's just my oven. I decided to make a cauliflower pizza. It was okay, I still miss the crispiness of the actual pizza. So today I decided to make meatloaf. Um, so here it is right here. So it's just 2 blocks of tofu with about 1 1/4 packets of like meatloaf seasoning mix. Then I cut up some onions and some celery, sauteed those on the stove, and just mixed it all together. I added some cumin. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, added some cumin, some pepper, some oregano, some cayenne, some paprika, those seasonings. And then I also added some of the sauce in the meatloaf, which is basically tomato paste and some barbecue sauce. Just a little bit of barbecue sauce, not too much. Um, so I added a little bit of that actually in the mix, and now I'm just about to glaze the top of it. Um, Sorry, I'm watching Hawaii Five-O, but yeah, I'm just glazing it. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do is just glaze it. And I got the oven on 375. The tutorial that I watched said 350 degrees Fahrenheit, um, 350, and leave it for 50 minutes. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put it on 375. But hey, it's trial and error. You learn from your mistakes. So hopefully the meatloaf will come out how I want it to come out. Let me get you guys over here. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. Yep. But let's see. Hopefully we can get that back on there. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. I'll check it probably after the 30-minute mark. Also be making some pumpkin pie. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'm up to it tonight because this has been a little journey. But okay, bye. Okay, I am back. So what I forgot to put in the meatloaf was cornstarch and some breadcrumbs. So I don't think it'll turn out the way I want it to, but like I said, trial and error. I had already put the ketchup and barbecue sauce on top and everything before I even realized that I didn't put the breadcrumbs and cornstarch in there. So yeah, we'll just see how it turns out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that everything works. Okay, so what I wind up doing is making the pumpkin pie mix. I am currently heating my stove at 400 degrees, and I'll be cooking it for 35 minutes. But I am so excited how this is going to turn out. But yes, I will probably link her YouTube channel down below. But yes. Oh, let me show you what it looks like. And then I'll put the rest of that's what the edges look like. And it comes up very easily, as you can see. It's a little juicy. I don't know if y'all can see that. But that's what it looks like. I don't mind the edges being crispy. I poked some holes in there, but I'm going to take the rest of the ketchup, well, the tomato paste and barbecue mix and put it over top. But yes, so I'm going to put this pumpkin in here and then I'll be back when everything's finished. So, okay, I am back. I just got finished tasting a little piece of the meatloaf. And it's not what I expected. It's still a little moist and it still tastes like, oh, I'm sorry about the camera. It still tastes like tofu, kind of. I feel like where I could have did better is actually add the ingredients that were supposed to be in there, like the cornstarch and the breadcrumbs, so it wouldn't be so moist. The piece that I cut, like it's still moist, a little too moist. See, and it's kind of like coming apart. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but yeah, it's moist. So yeah, I think what I'll do next time, because it tastes good, but I like the edges because they're crispier and darker. So I think I would either put the breadcrumbs in there and the cornstarch like the recipe calls, or do what I did with mixing the tofu and the spices and then baking it a little bit to kind of dehydrate it a little bit more. Because I even squeezed out some of the extra water with a cheesecloth. I think that's what it's called, cheesecloth. Um, to dehydrate it a little bit more. Um, so definitely next time, I think I will bake it in the oven for probably 10-15 minutes to kind of get some of the water out and basically make it like ground beef or something. Because I know some people use like Morningstar hamburger, well, vegan burgers or vegan crumbs. So basically, kind of like that, doing it myself with the oven and then mixing it with the sauteed onions and celery. But you know, it's not bad for my first time making this meatloaf. The pumpkin pie is still currently in the oven. I have about 9 minutes left. I think I put it on 30 minutes. So 9 minutes left, and then I'm going to go look at it and then probably put it on 5 more minutes just to see where it's at. But I'll be back to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I am back. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, of course. But I was actually supposed to let it sit overnight, so that could also be the reason why. But to me, it tastes good. I think I just put a little too much baking powder in it. But this is what it looks like. I kind of disturbed this part and this part, so that's why it looks like that. So I kind of just try to smooth it back out. But yeah, didn't do a very good job at it. I think next time I'll just use like the correct amount of baking powder and actually let it sit for 24 hours before I even touch it. So to me, the taste is really good. So next time I'll just do a better job at the meatloaf and the pumpkin pie. But yes. If you know anything else or a different recipe, you want to leave in the comment section, you can leave in the comment section. If you guys try this recipe, or if you guys have a different recipe and tweaked it a little bit or whatever, you can leave it in the comment section. But yeah, so that is the end. I am ready to go to bed. It is currently going on 12 o'clock, so it's been a very long day. Bye.